Alrighty, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another YouTube recap video for our live streams. If you're new to this series, it's basically just a summary of everything that happened in the last week of my live streams inside of my Vintage Story world. This way I can show you guys basically everything that we've been working on. So this is week 30. We did have to skip a week last week. I did not live stream. I had a wisdom tooth taken out. That's why there was no recap video. That's why there was no live streams. Just lots of stuff going on with that, and it ended up taking a little bit longer to heal from that than I expected, so I had to basically just take the whole week off. So that's why there was no video last week. But yeah, jumping into this week, let's start with Monday here. So on Monday's live stream, well, first just take a look at this view. Look at the swamp. It's coming along. We've gotten a lot of work done. It's gonna be so cool once these tree mounds, once the trees start growing and we get the full trees through here. But I wanted to start off with that. But yeah, so for Monday, let's traverse over to the far side of the swamp here because that's where we spent a lot of our work. I guess I can kind of show off the map, but we ended up clearing this whole down section here, and we started clearing in here, and the goal is to basically get the entire like swamp peninsula area to look like this, and then eventually to get it to look like this. So let's run over there and take a look at what that looks like in general. And this is probably going to be a good bit of this week, or at least I think tomorrow we'll be able to get a lot more, like a big section of this done, because right now the hardest part is that a lot of this is land still, and you have to clear a lot of it, but once we get into here, it's just filling in this water and clearing out what land and is there and flattening it, and then we can start really getting into the building aspect of this. Still lots of land clearing. We've been doing that for quite a few weeks here. But yeah, so this is kind of the area here. There are some tree mounds that were already placed here from when I originally started this project, and then just kind of went over to work on other stuff. But you can see we have the giant flat area worked out over here, and that's going to be the phase like 2 of the build. So phase 1 is the swamp, phase 2 is like the what we're calling the alchemy like area. So we're gonna do a big alchemy setup with like, I don't know, a whole bunch of brewing and stuff for the alchemy mod. Should be pretty cool. But yeah, we started flattening this whole area out. And yeah, we started working on in this section here. I think I have it cut out over here. This section will be done as well. Let's see, where's it at here? There it is. There's the line. So it cuts through right in there. So we've been working on this section and bring this back. I think we left off like right here. Yeah, that's exactly where we left off. We just built this tree mound here. But yeah, so that's pretty much gonna be what we did. We just kind of cleared out what is here and started flattening it and expanding. So that'll be the plan for Tuesday and maybe Wednesday. But yeah, that's what we did on Monday. So let's go see what we accomplish on Tuesday. Alrighty, friends, so we are on our Tuesday portion here. So Tuesday was more clearing. We got a lot more cleared out. If you saw the map yesterday, it was mostly just this section in here. So basically all of Tuesday we cleared this whole area out. I also built a lot more of these tree mounds. We got all the trees that were here prior. We got those built. It's looking pretty good. This was actually a pretty fun section to do. For some reason, this section over here was not fun. This section was a lot more enjoyable. Not too sure why. It just was. So we got that done. I ended up my shovel ended up breaking right on this last little section here. So yeah, I wasn't able to finish clearing this out. But yeah, it's pretty much, and Tuesday was a pretty straightforward day. We just spent the entire time digging out dirt and filling in water and removing cattails. But yeah, this is pretty much what we did. Just cleared this section out. So I guess Wednesday, hopefully we'll have a lot more done actually. I think we'll have a big progress update tomorrow. But we shall see. But yeah, let's jump over and find out. Alrighty, Wednesday and Thursday. We're lumping these together again because Wednesday was literally just chores the entire day. We collected resources from our various builds in the world. We moved stuff around that needed to be moved, cleaned some small stuff up, made some lanterns, just, you know, tedious stuff that needs to get done, chop down trees, stuff like that. And then Thursday was a pretty productive day at the end of the day, or live stream. So Thursday, you will see we now have a ring going around the entire bottom portion of the swamp. So we went ahead and outlined the entire swamp for where it's going to be. I also removed some of the outlying islands around it. I'm going to have to redo some of this line here. You can see it goes right up to the edge there. Most of it's okay, but some of it needs to be changed up. And then we also cleared a whole bunch more. So essentially the plan is going to be we're going to fill all this in and flatten it out so it looks like this. And then we're going to put these, basically do this all down here. But yeah, it took us like the whole stream to get the line built. We had to obviously make it so that the water, here, I can actually, let me just show you over here. I wanted to make it so that the outside of the swamp still had like a smooth transition into the water. So did all this with muddy gravel. So it looked, you know, somewhat presentable along here. Some spots less so. Like this spot here should be done. Look, a little bit of on video building, you know. But yeah, did all that. But yeah, it was the biggest thing was just building this path or not path, but this like outline all along here. So all of this water here is eventually going to get removed. It's going to be turned into land to get rid of it, and then basically all of it's going to be dug out to one below this level, and then we're going to put the water back once the tree mounds are in. And that is going to be the plan. But yeah, that was all Thursday. Just clearing out all that, building that, and getting stuff done. But yeah, that is going to do it for this recap video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, take it easy. Keep being awesome. I'll see you guys all in the next one, all right? Bye-bye.